Hey everyone, it's Matt. Just want to do a layout update. A lot of things have been done since the last update. I've been meaning to get one out, but kind of got sidetracked with doing more of the work and holding off. So finally got around to doing one. So here we go. I've put in a majority of the roads and painted them up. The parking lots as well. You can see the fire station is all done. The back of the city hall. These strips right here are actually going to be for my sidewalk. So that's how I'm going to do the sidewalk on that. And then again, I've got that road done. I changed this area up a little bit. I put in a lumber yard right here, and then like from here over is going to be an abandoned farmhouse with an abandoned dilapidated barn, and so it's going to be a really overgrown area over here. I switched this from being the little spur to being a siding that's going to have the foundation of an old grain elevator, and this is just going to be used as storage track for the other grain elevator right there. The other change that I've done right in here is this used to be just a regular turnout right here. I switched this with a three-way so that way I could put another turnout in here, and I've got a caboose track and then a maintenance away track. And then that opened up this entire track right here, because if you remember, right here was where the turnout was, and I had caboose track right here and then a maintenance away track. So that opened up for another yard, another yard track. I put in the Interstate 45. I still have to finish doing all the foam cutting with the foam knife, but that's as far as I've gotten. I've got this laid out as to, this is going to be a paved road that just dead ends, and then this is going to be a paved area, and then this going into the cement plant's just going to be all gravel, and then I've got a small trailer home that's just sitting right there. And as far as underneath, I have the yard for all my vehicles. That's all paved. I just sanded it. I haven't brushed it off or painted it. Then this is the intermodal yard. You can see how that's all paved in. The track itself is actually paved into it. So I've got that, and then coming along, back to the power plant, where all my stuff is right here. This is going to be, a huge coal hill, from the dump that's inside that building. Then one thing that I've added on here was this track. It comes along, and it also connects in with this one, which this is going to be my small, little unloading area for small generators, and then the big 18 truck, I can't think of the name of it offhand, but the massive mover is going to sit right in here. That track actually goes all the way to that end right there, right where that is. Ooh, okay, yep, right to that end. So it has more than enough area for it to sit. And then I've got one of my feed mills, and coming along, sorry about that. One thing that I have noticed is, because I didn't do proper planning and have enough room for a ground throw, I'm switching those Atlas turnouts with the Pico turnouts all along there. So I have to go back and do all of that. I switched the track that this was, because this used to go and cross the road. I made it go to the little loading ramp right here, so it's a little team track. So I changed that up. you can see the outline of, the yard area, and then this is going to be a huge cow pasture all the way back, and then you've got the farm. And coming around, I've got all my junk. Again, I have another road put in, painted, and I've got the sidewalk sitting. I still have to cut it and put it in there. On the middle level, I have more roads. This is Cannondale, so I've got more of the roads in. Again, more of the sidewalks. This one I actually have cut, sanded down to meet. I have to add a little bit of plaster in right here to make it so that it can go right over the crossing. Right here, I have a Clark gas station. Many people from Wisconsin will know of Clark, so wanted to add that in. This is all a 3D print building and 3D print pump island. Then I've got the Burger King, the Pizza Hut, and then this is the Taco Bell by Summit Models. I've talked with a couple of my buddies about it. For $80, I'm not too impressed with it. You can see the corners and all that. They're not real fine. I'm gonna have to go back and do patching and then repaint, and then the other thing is that it's all smooth, and most people that know the 80s and 90s Taco Bells, they were all stucco, so I have to think of how I'm going to do that. So I'm not 100% satisfied with that building. I'm going to keep it only because I paid for it, so I'm going to do that. And the wife would kill me if I just did not do anything with it. So moving on, I got the AutoZone plant, distribution center, and then right here is where the BLMA billboard's gonna go. Coming over here, I've got this all paved in, coming across, and then I put a new tower in right there, one that looks a little bit better for this junction area. Then Carnation Milk has all been paved. It's all set. And then I'm going to show you the bottom of this. So, sorry about that. I apologize for going a little too fast. So, from here, what I've done is I've gotten a couple of pickup trucks. Each of those Volkswagens will have a different number on it, and I'll try to get some little decals on it, because this is the dirt racetrack that they're going to be racing on. So I've got those all set, ready to go. Then right here, I've got my abandoned, distribution factory, another abandoned factory in the back. This is all going to get really distressed a lot. I've got the police at the trailer park, and then at the end of this road, because this is not going to be a crossing, this is going to be in just the road end. So I've got this, which try to zoom in on them. On the top, those yellow, those are LEDs, and so those will flash alternate. So that way it'll show that this is a end of road. And then coming along, I've got this area done up. All of these roads paved again. Sidewalks, and then again another long sidewalk in the back. The UP yard. So I've got a lot of that done. And coming up on top of here, I've got the main drag right here done. Again, more sidewalks. This fire truck, I'm going to have a little push button on-off switch. It's all lit up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a either the push button or the switch, and it's going to set off an audible tone of a fire tone, and then after that it'll set up start up all the lights. So it's basically as if they got a call and they're heading out. Then coming along on the bottom here, more of the road all done up. And then this area was actually a pain to do. So the worst part is trying to get all of these done on the curve while plastering in there. Same with that one. But this was the pain. This large area. So you've got the airport parking lot, airport, fire department over there, private jets, as well as antique fighter jets, a Southwest airplane, and then the military base. So all these roads are all done. I still have to cut right there and cut there for the rivers, but I'll get to that. Then up here in the main city area, I haven't swept this out yet, but here's all the crossings, and then right here's my little bit of road running that I've got. All the buildings have been kind of pushed back and off to the side, so that's why it looks like that. But I've got all these done, all these crossings ready. The Del Monte plant. I have to fix this light. Just has to hang up here. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. And then another area that was paved. And again, more sidewalk. Coming along here. I've got this area done up with all the paving that needs to be done. And then underneath where the farm scene is, whoops, sorry about that, I almost lost the camera. I've got that paved in. I'm trying to find the actual truck for that. It's the Trainworks cattle truck. So I don't know where I put the cab unit, so I need to find that. That's why it's just the trailer sitting right there. Sorry about that. Then again, I've got all the buildings for the city area over here sitting off to the side because I've done this area up. So this is the hospital. I've got the small helipad, and then this is actually raised up. I use the Woodland Scenics tape. So I'm gonna try to get in there so you can kind of see. So there is a raised area for a curb, and that's where all the buildings will sit on top of there. And then the one that sits right there. This area has all been done up. And so like what I was saying was with the height of that, it is all done with the Woodland Scenics paving tape. So that's how I do the curb sides. Then coming around over here, when you look down, I've got the Springfield plywood area all paved, all set, ready to go. And just up here, I just have more engines and more cars just sitting up here. Nothing really has changed up here. Again, there's some areas where I have to put in Pico turnouts. But I mean, if that's the worst that I've had happen, then I'm pretty happy. As I go underneath, I still have to cut out the river that goes right there. And then there's the campsite, the road that ends, and then the main road itself. So I've got all of that in. Another billboard's going to go right there. Then right over here, so this was going to be another another Corvette repair shop. Instead, it's actually going to be a TV station. So I've put the TV antenna, and then I have these two vans right here. I have decals getting mailed in that have just like the NBC logo on it. So that's just going to go on there. So it's just going to be a little TV station area. So kind of a fun little thing to have. And then I got this parking area for where all the cars will get loaded up. Those are all done. One of the biggest changes is over here now. If you remember, I had the steel mill. That is now gone, and I now have, I've redone this entire area. So from the two main lines that I had right here, this one is now a lead into a intermodal. This is still a main line, and now this, which was the entrance to the steel mill, has now become a main line. So at least that can serve the station, and I don't have to worry about having people cross over to get to track number 2. So this is going to be the only track that the passenger train will stop at. But as you can see how that goes through, I've got a top of flat car yard that I put in here. And if some of you remember, I used to have a top of flat car yard here. I took that out so that I could have a larger yard. And I'm pretty happy with it. Then I've got the roads paved all in there. I still need to figure out what building's going to go right there. But from here up is going to be a little bit of an incline to get to the bridge that goes over, and then this is just going to be a hillside coming out. So that's what I've gotten done so far on this side, and that's the biggest change that I have is no more steel mill. And apologize if I'm going too fast. I'm trying to get back to the other side. Sorry about that. Because the third level, almost all the track is complete. So I'll go up here and show you. You've got the lumber yard, well, the log yard, I should say. And then I still have to do the track that goes in the back up the mountain, and then also connecting into the helix right there. But you can see I've got all this set. For the logging, I did put a derail in just to add a little bit more of a feature. And then the city of Afton, this is one thing I'm pretty happy with. This is a little brass band shelter, and sorry. And so what I've done is I got I think it's Notch who makes them. It's just a band, so I glued the band figures in, so they're going to be performing for Afton area. Then coming along here, you got the city in the background. I still have to do all the ground throws, but I have to paint the track first. The third level is going to be the only one that's going to be painted. And then you can see I've got everything all set, ready to go. I still have to build the 3-bay engine shop for here. I've got the abandoned roundhouse. And right here is where the mountain is. So, then again, this is all going to be covered up, tunneled. This building, this little house right here is going to be, sitting, kind of higher up. Then as it comes along, the nail gun won't be there because that's just for putting up the backdrop. But this is all going to be 4 inches high. This is where one of my coal mines will be. And so with 4 inches, that gives it enough to go over for the mountain. And then I have another passing siding with a small little coal yard. And then in the back, that's going to go to another industry. In the front here, I've got a small little lumber shed. Coming along, here's where it splits, where this track will go up, and this will be the reversing loop. So you've got the reversing loop, and then you've got the continuation, or the continuous running loop. So that's how that's set up. And coming along, we've got another coal mine here. And one thing that I'm doing, I don't know if I've pointed this out before, but so each of my coal mines, what I've done is I've found a little script from the coal companies, and so just a little bit of history, I'm gonna have it mounted on the fascia just to kind of add a little bit to it. It's just kind of a neat thing that I like doing. We've got a marble company. I've got the drill right there. Comes in and you've got another mountain that starts here, comes out over here, and then you've got Union Coal Company. And in the back here, with these two tracks, again, the back track is the continuous loop, and then the front track is the reversing loop. And so that actually connects right there. So that's where it splits to go to, which track you want. So again, you've got another mountainside coming down. And you've got Coalwood here, which is going to have, an entrance for the road. Got a little engine shop, cash mining company, and then coming along right there where you see the track. If you've seen the movie October Sky, the kids were ripping up track, and so that's what I'm gonna have right there is a couple kids ripping up the track. So just kind of add a little thing to it. Here's my Clinchfield coal yard. Right back here is going to be a railroad shop building, so I have to add that in. And then I've got two helpers right here, and then this goes into another coal mine. And then off on this side is where the city is for the coal town. So in between the yard and the coal mine, this is just going to be heavy forested and kind of a hilly area. And then coming along goes into a mountain. Again, this is all going to be covered. My observatory is going to be up high. And then, comes out right over here, splits, goes back in, to another tunnel. It comes out over there, and then I've got a snow shed. That's right there. That's in the front. And then in the back right here, that goes to a lumber mill. Now the mill, it's not built up yet, so that's why none of the track is nailed in, but that's what's going to be going right there. And then the two tracks that I have, so basically coming off of here, this becomes a passing siding. Both of these tracks all the way through the mountain over to where the other portal is over there. So that becomes a passing siding. Plus, as it crosses the diamond right there, it goes into my other coal mine. And where that engine is right there, that's supposed to be the Chessie main line that comes in and crosses over and connects in. So just trying to add a little bit of features into that. So with that being said, that's all that I've gotten done. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and I will try to get more done. And my goal is by the end of this year to have all those wires connected and having trains running. So I hope that everyone is staying safe, and I will see you guys later.